Hey everybody, it's the Toy Duo team. We're going to be talking about action figures and more. Roll the music.
Addiction and your shelves are overflowing.
Hold tight.
When you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out. Just sit right back, just relax and watch and listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you need. The toy news you didn't know you needed. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle
I love it when a plan comes together. What?
on your shelf.
That was all right. You see the screen went like dark for a second.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was. The transitions are not good anymore.
Hey, I know this is kind of shocking to everybody, but I just wanted to lay it out there. Dino is driving and listening while he's doing yard work. Now, I don't know how safe that is, but
Yeah,
from the aspect of a safety professional, I just feel like we should probably maybe have an intervention about him
And-
driving and listening.
and he's probably feeding the ducks too. He's driving while listening and doing yard work and feeding the ducks.
Yeah, he's not doing any of those things. He's sitting in his kitchen drinking like a cup of tea.
Tea? No, doesn't drink tea. He drinks protein shakes.
Okay, he's having a protein shake.
Protein tea.
Pretending
Yes,
to be
yeah,
yard-
it would be a protein tea. Yeah.
Now he had a whole video about like his about doing like Halloween setups and stuff, but I bet you he didn't even put one Halloween decoration up this year.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. Those
Yeah.
were all previous years. He didn't want to show what he did this year.
I know, right? All right, we got Jonathan's here, Ricardo Q66 is here. Who am I missing? David R.
David
Yeah.
R.
Ricardo, right? Yeah, you have Ricardo highlighted. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Tea.
How's everything going? Wait, let's see what your guys' names are this week. John and the Holograms and Stranger Dan's. Did you know that they're going to do like a watch party for Stranger Things? The first 5 minutes of the premiere or whatever, you could sign up for it and you can watch a live stream of it next Friday, I think.
What? Really?
At a certain time, yeah, you had to like sign up for it. I saw the thing on Screen Rant where you could like sign up for like some watch party, but it's not that it made it seem like you were watching the first episode, but then reading through it was ambiguous whether or not you were watching the first episode or just the first 5 minutes of the episode. And I'm like, well, that's a trailer. So there's a 5-minute trailer watch party.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. They should have just did the first 5 minutes or the first episode.
I was going to say first episode, but then, man, I agree.
They did that for one of the Star Wars shows. I can't remember if it was Mandalorian or Ahsoka or something like that. And they did contact the Super Awesome Geek Show, and they asked if we wanted to be one of the hosts.
Oh.
And when I found out that it was just, like the first 3 minutes, I was like, what's the point? And you were going to host it on your channel. So it was going to be hosted on my channel. And they were like, and you have to do all the advertising and get people there. And I'm like, well, there's no point in me doing it for 3 minutes when I'm going to have 5 people. You know what I mean? Because no one shows up. Once a live stream gets going, 5 minutes later is when everybody starts showing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, after 3 minutes of showing Ahsoka, we're going to end it. Then everyone's going to show up. So I was like, there's no.
That's exactly the problem, right? That way you got to start it a half hour early.
Yeah.
I got a great idea for Dino. He's too bad he's not here. He's got so many popcorn buckets. If he strung them and then put lights in each one of those popcorn buckets and then hung them from his like eaves at Christmas, they could be like his Christmas lights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Halloween lights.
Christmas lights.
Yeah.
The only thing, it would draw a lot of attention and everybody would know that he is the popcorn king of Chicago or whatever.
I want to know where he lives, because then when he sets up another Halloween decoration where he uses his projector, we can go
You
over
could
there.
go. You could go grab it in the middle of the
We can
night.
steal it in the middle of the night. Yeah. I was
Have you
thinking, like,
seen-
I'm surprised you still have that projector. Like, you'd think, like,
That's probably why he
it
didn't set
might-
up it. No, that's probably why he didn't set up any Halloween decorations this year because
Oh,
somebody
because it
grabbed
was
last
taken
year.
from
Yeah.
last year. Yeah.
Have you watched all the videos of people taking the inflatables from people's houses and
Oh,
stuff?
I know. Yeah. I was
I
going to
saw-
say that. I was like, in my area, that would be stolen in about 5 minutes.
I did. I watched a video where somebody pulled up and took somebody's like 18-foot skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know how hard they are to put together in the first place? All right.
It's like, I don't leave the projector out all night.
All right, so this is the Toy Duo team. It's episode 129. We promised to do toy news and more. We're going to talk about action figures and stuff. We try to come to you every Saturday at noon. We'll put together this little show. Hopefully you guys are like, I'm wondering how the time change is going to mess everything up because I changed my clocks tonight, but I think most of the rest of the world has already changed their clocks.
Wait, what?
Time change. Do you guys live in an area where you move the clocks?
I do, but
I don't remember them saying we move them today. Well, maybe
Yeah,
Florida finally got out
Tomorrow
of it.
morning at 2 a.m., you move your clocks back, fall back.
Florida's been trying to get out of it for a couple of years now. Maybe they finally did. Because I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah,
today. Usually it's all over the place.
Yeah, usually it's a secret, but they probably figure everybody's electronic device will just update anyways, and you'll just never know that there was a difference. But yeah, tonight, Sunday morning actually is the time change. Yeah, and I think the rest of the world already did it.
Yeah.
Black Friday is November 26th. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Okay. So anyways, time change tonight if you haven't changed your times already.
You
All right,
my
let's
mind
see.
here, man. I'm
You looking it up? Seeing if you guys opted out this year.
do it, yeah, because it's like I always get notifications or it pops up in my thing, and I had zero idea. No, Saturday, November 1st.
Here is the update on the HasLab. As of last night, it had 1,098 backers. I didn't look this morning, just trying to avoid it. It's disappointing.
It's sad. It's sad, yeah.
24 days left. The problem is when you're looking at $260, if you live in an area where there's a tax, right? The tax plus the shipping surcharge is like another like $50 basically.
Yeah.
So you're looking at over 300 for two light cycles basically, and too many figures to ride on the light cycles. Nobody changed their mind on this thing based on those pictures.
No, I did.
Super pictures. All right. Well, update. I did get a response back when I suggested that they take some pictures. I said that they should take some pictures of the display lit up on its own, like how it would be on say this shelf, right? Not this shelf, but like that Steve Evans said that like basically that after it comes back from its European tour or whatever, that they'll probably do like a follow-up video with something like that. And I was suggesting it because of that Cantina video they did, where they put the display on shelves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they might do it. So we'll see.
All right, 18 backers in a week based on that math.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. Yeah, it's no good. All right. Anyways, we'll just move past that. So I wanted during the toy talk section, got a couple of different topics, a new topic actually, but one that I was thinking about yesterday was exclusives, right? Like that's technically one of the definitions of exclusive. I know that we talked about this before. I think everybody's happy to like say they should just make stuff for everybody. And I think that's what they did with that Cold Slither. I think they just now made more than anybody wants because they just can't get rid of them probably. So hopefully I'll pick one up at Ross next year. But the reason why I started thinking about it again yesterday was I was watching Monster Force talking about Legion's Con, which is coming up, and they have this Lieutenant Griffin, the Eraser, and you can see it's made of like a clear plastic, and they're calling him. Hold on, let me put my glasses on. The full optical invisibility.
Wow.
But in previous conventions like Toylanta and Joe Fest, they basically had the same character, but they had optically compromised, which was a purple one. And then they had the electronic detection stealth mode, which was like kind of a gray clear. And I kind of like this idea. You know what I mean? That way, like even though it's the same character, each conventions is kind of exclusive to that convention, right? Like I went to Toylanta and check it out. I got the purple one. Whereas if you didn't go to Toylanta, there was no way really, except for the oversells, right? The extras that they sold on Big Bad Toy Store. Like that would be the way to get that purple one was to go to Toylanta. The way to get the brown one was to go to Joe Fest. And the way to get this clear one is to go to Legion's Con. So
$9.99. Wow.
Yeah. So like for like a serial convention goer, right? That's kind of like the Monster Force prize is to be able to have a shelf with the 3 different versions of the Eraser on it.
Right.
So I kind of like this idea of it. I don't like the clear plastic figures that much because I feel like the plastic's not really that great. But what do you guys think about like this idea?
It's interesting, but I could see like if I were a completist about anything and felt like I needed to get these 3 to have my collection complete, and I wasn't going to these 3 different, like say I was just going to Toylanta,
right?
I'd be like, oh crap, now I either have to find someone who's going to Joe Fest to buy it for me, or go to Legion's Con for me, or I need to get it on the secondary market, which is going to end up costing me like twice as much, if not more. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, it would be a little bit annoying if you weren't going to all 3 conventions, I think.
I get what you're saying, John, about being the completionist, right? Like, oh, I got to complete this line and stuff like that. But is the idea of collecting like action figures like kind of about the hunt for them? Like the hunt for like you're collecting vintage right now, and you could easily go on eBay and finish your line.
Yeah.
Right. Of Play-Doh figures or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Sectars, for example. Yeah. Yeah.
But your goal is to get them at like a reasonable price in a certain condition.
Yeah.
So in modern collecting, is modern collecting just give it to me? Or is there the point of hunting down that one figure that eludes your collections, sort of, right? Like, is everybody who didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con keeping their eyes peeled for one of those Kenner colored Black Series Boba Fett's in a toy store and watching that price?
Yeah, or
a
toy show. Like a lot of people will go to a local toy show, and try to find the which, by the way, oh crap, did I miss?
So Jonathan makes a good point.
I have a feeling there was a toy show today and I just missed it.
Yeah, so Jonathan makes a good point, right? Like, I think that the clear figures do get a little bit boring. It's the same figure. You know, obviously they're trying to make this guy like their convention exclusive this year. Like they had that Blood Prince Dracula a couple of years ago that John picked up for me at Joe Fest, and they had one other clear plastic one. But the idea of this 3 different versions of this figure to me feels like a good plan, considering like somebody that went to Joe Fest now watching the guys at Legion Con get the electronic detection stealth mode Eraser as their exclusive kind of throws a wrench into their whole trip to Joe Fest, where they were feeling pretty good that they got some exclusive figure at this convention as a badge of like, hey, I went to this convention.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. And I get it, like everybody wants it now, modern collecting, whatever. But there is a little bit of, you know, in your collection. Like I can look through my collection and see the Hulk that was, or one of these Hulks was that 80th anniversary that was sold at San Diego Comic-Con, right? And then I think Entertainment Earth had it later for a short period of time. But
wait, aren't these dates a little weird?
What do you mean?
You mean, was this last year's Joe Fest?
2025.
So this has already been done. This is already gone.
No, the Legion's Con is coming up next week.
But the other two,
Joe
those are
Fest.
the ones you already got.
Yeah, I'm showing this as part of the
Okay.
conversation about
Gotcha.
instead of just having the Lieutenant Griffin, the eraser from Joe Fest, be the same convention
The same-
exclusive.
Yeah.
They just changed the color, and at
changing
each
it up.
convention it's a different color. So
Yeah.
somebody chasing the convention prizes has something different to show for every convention.
Yeah. I got you.
Right. So here's the thing with the Joe Fest and the Toylanta, they did sell the extras on Big Bad Toy Store afterwards. They did come up and go on sale at Big Bad Toy Store, limited quantities or whatever. So I'm sure this one from Legion's Con will also do the same. So there was an alternate way to get those three colors other than going to the convention. But I think that's fine when you produce 2,000 figures and you sell only like 1,000.
Right.
You should be able to sell those extras. But like my problem with that Cold Slither is that they did another production run, and now I think they're like stuck with them.
Yeah,
Right.
they're not even sold out. Yeah, they're still available.
Right. So
last I looked.
Yeah.
So they made enough for the convention. They sold some after the convention. They sold out, which was great. And then they did a whole nother run, which in my opinion, just completely negates the whole idea of the convention exclusive and took some of the, some people probably bought it because it was a convention exclusive, right? Like, oh, I don't really want Cold Slither, but it's kind of cool to have because
that's the only way I can get it. Yeah.
Convention exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean's got a good point here to your, I guess to your point. He likes the idea of the exclusives because he doesn't feel that he needs them.
Right.
It's great. Right?
So as somebody who's like maybe not going to the conventions and does like Monster Force or whatever, you don't feel like these have to be, you know, in your collection, which I think is perfect. But if you're at the convention, right, you might pick it up just to show, hey, look, I was at Toylanta or whatever. Like the first time I ever go to Toylanta, I'm definitely going to go hunt for whatever the convention exclusive is, just as, you know, I mean, I keep all my Comic-Con badges over the years. You know, I've kept like some of my exclusives as they are. I wish they had like a little sticker showing that they were San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, but I mean, like, you know it in the back of your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you wanted one of these, like Steve's saying, is half the fun of collecting is looking for that exclusive that you didn't get because you weren't at that convention. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
The hunt.
And then
that's kind of why I was saying, like, toy shows in your area. Some dealer that's at the toy show in your area may have either known somebody or went to Toylanta, let's say, and he picked up one or two of these purple ones, or picked up one himself, got his girlfriend to grab one, whatever. So he has them at his table, and then you can, maybe they won't be twice as much, but maybe they'll be like $45 or $50, and you can be like, okay, I'm willing to pay that to grab it and have found it on the hunt or something, you know?
Yeah, that's why I think, like, that's why I'm like kind of a fan of the exclusives. You know what I mean? I know when it comes to like Hasbro every year, everybody's upset because like, well, it should just be available to everybody. And kind of get that idea, but I also kind of want to be able to like have something that was exclusive to the convention. You know what I mean? That like
Yeah.
isn't necessarily widely available. But then here's where I think things get kind of messed up. So there's the Joe Fest blood prints. John picked this up for me from Joe Fest because I was like, oh man, I kind of want this one.
Yeah.
It was the 2024 Monster Force Blood Prince Dracula exclusive. Now it's just being remade and being put in this new line that Big Bad Workshop's doing for the Monster Force line. And they didn't even bother taking another picture.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the? Okay, I gotta ask. Did you see the Red Reaper?
The Red Reaper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a skeleton, right?
Right. It's basically a skeleton with a clear red mold.
Hold on, let me see if I got a picture of him in the.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump.
No. It's fine because it goes along with the conversation. Honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, it's exactly what you're saying. I mean, they're kind of milking it. It's cool.
Oh, I got this one. Is this the same thing?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I said clear red. I meant it's the same. It's the same as the skeleton with the robe.
These are the Flush skeletons. You know, right? Flush, whatever. How he has his own action figure. She has like a skeleton line.
Yeah.
These are those skeletons. They just dressed them up and gave them guns. And now they're calling them Monster Force. Yeah. And you can look at the logo right down there. You see Flush right down there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh wow.
So even though Fresh Monkey Fiction, so I don't know who owns Monster Force. If that's the Big Bad Workshop that owns Monster Force, and they're just like backing Fresh Monkey Fiction to make these other figures, and then now they added Flush, who's basically just restamped his skeletons, and then they added like guns and a cloak and stuff like that. And the thing is with that, those skeletons, this is why, Dan, that's good. I probably should have put the picture closer to this. The blood prints is part of that skeleton crew.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So not so happy about the whole exclusive thing again, because you said this was an exclusive figure for Joe Fest 2024. You have a regular Dracula that you put out afterwards, but now you're just redoing exactly your Joe Fest figure and adding it to a completely separate line. So you basically just wipe the exclusivity off of that figure, which is exactly what basically the Cold Slither and stuff like that does. So it's like another company I can't trust when they say this is an exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a bummer because I really love those. You know,
well, there's a lot of trust issues with a lot of different companies for different reasons. You know what I mean? It just seems like in one way or another, not necessarily just with exclusives, but with what you're going to get and when and how many you're going to get. And, you know, sometimes even the prices change, you know, between when you bought it and when they actually ship it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And check out what Sean's saying. Yes, the exclusive for Joe Fest was in a bag.
That's right. Yeah.
And now you're going to get a really cool box.
Yep, that's right.
Right? So the exclusive was just a bagged figure because it was something they could crank out super easy. That's what they kind of told me when I was asking it. And then now they just added Flush skeletons. And then even Jonathan making a really good point right here, because they're getting some pushback right now because apparently there's some figures that he was selling on his site that he has not refunded people for. And Big Bad Toy Store has refunded people who bought through them because they're saying that
you never shipped, right?
Well, they're just not going to produce the figure or whatever it was.
Gotcha. That's another thing that I mean about trust, right? Yeah.
Right.
Like, why can't you like honor what you said you were going to do? Yeah.
Yeah. So in a way, remember we had those guys on that did the space zombies from Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should just make those Monster Force figures. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That would be kind of cool. But with that said, I mean, like, the exclusivity of that figure is done. And now I don't believe when they tell me, hey, check out these exclusive figures, because they're just going to become part of some other line.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't need to get anything from them at a convention as an exclusive,
Wow, man.
because it's not like I'm going to keep it displayed in the plastic bag.
This had
Yeah,
its
you
own
can't
flair.
really display plastic bagged baggy figures are very hard to display.
You opened up a can of worms here, Vern. I can't.
Yeah.
You're killing me, man. I mean, first the time change, now the ninjas, the molds, the swoosh. This is I can't. I just can't today.
It's just a really weird situation, right? Like, I'm just like, well, one, if anybody wants to know, this figure in this red is not really that great of a figure, because the torso connection, it doesn't stay together very well because of the type of plastic it is. So really the only thing holding that part of the body together is the jacket piece, which mine ripped super easy. So I mean, just playing around with it for like 10 minutes, trying to make the video, it ripped and stuff like that. But anyways, I just thought I'd have that little bit of a conversation about that. Does that make you want? So are you going to Legion's Con to pick up the exclusive eraser?
No.
Where is Legion's Con?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere up in the Northeast somewhere. And then here's another conversation. So we saw that we have like a message group, right? Like, so Jonathan will like this, I think. Do you need a vintage figure? Do you need to buy vintage anymore? So the reason why I'm asking this question is, so, Hasbro's doing those retro Star Wars figures that are basically stamp outs of the original. So if you wanted the Bespin Luke Skywalker, could you just go buy the retro Bespin Luke Skywalker and just skip buying a vintage one, which is probably in way worse condition and won't have the accessories for probably about the same price, right? And then on top of that, I thought I'd show this off because Bandai is remaking basically Shogun Warriors in the same size. And so I have, this is a vintage Lydeen or Raideen or whatever you want to say. I don't have any of the missiles here, but this one is one of those Bandai Mazingas, right? And they're basically the same size. They feel the same. The plastic really feels the same.
And if you saw them standing next to each other, you're not going to notice. Yeah.
Right. I got all the missiles, the guns, everything about this feels just like having a vintage one. And I think this is not the same Mazinga, so that's a different version of this, right? This is the different version. But let's say here is the Lydeen. So the new one that they have of the Lydeen has obviously a different color missile, but it's modeled after the exact same one that I have. So if I were to buy the vintage one in this condition, it's probably around $200 to $250 maybe,
or more. Yeah.
Right. If I wanted it with all the missiles and super clean, you're looking at $400 or $500. But this Bandai one is literally like $300, right? And will come in the box. So then I asked the question. Do you need to go hunt down that vintage one?
Well, and it gets even worse when you bring up when you start thinking about Transformers. Like I've got a friend that teaches English. He lives in Japan, And when I started asking about the stuff that you can buy from AliExpress and Temu and stuff like that, where you can get a box transformer, and I have a couple Dinobots that I bought that way from Temu, and it comes as a boxed Takara Tomy transformer from Takara. And when you open it up, the date stamp on the toy still says 1984.
Wow.
So
That's tricky.
I took it to a local store and I said, "Can you tell me which of these Dinobots I got in 1984 as a kid, and which of these Dinobots I bought from Temu just recently and opened the package up and took them out loose?" And he actually got a couple of them wrong. He picked the Temu ones as original. And so and when I asked my friend in Japan, I said, "I'm just very curious, have they ever stopped making Transformers?" He's been there for like 20 years. And he said, "No." He goes, "That's the thing that's amazed me is when I go to a toy store here in Japan, even 20 years ago, they had Transformers in the Transformer box, but written in Japanese, of course, the Japanese writing on it." And he goes, and it's like they never stopped producing them in the factory in Japan or wherever Japan gets their stuff made from.
Right.
That
They just-
factory never stopped making Transformers, but
Probably
they
not.
stopped releasing them in the United States because Hasbro stopped putting them out in the United States. But you can buy them as an import, you know what I mean? And that's what Temu and AliExpress are doing. They're
Right.
selling an import from Japan to you off their website or app or whatever.
I get it.
So
So it's like if it's so confusingly similar and you couldn't mistake one for the other, why would you go hunt down the one that's going to be $100 or whatever? And I get what Jonathan's saying here, like with this Bandai, if it's $300, you might as well just get the vintage one. But what I'm saying is the vintage one in sort of this condition, like the condition that I have mine with no missiles. I actually like if you look at mine, this shoulder piece right here
yeah,
is not original because the original one has these grooves. This is a piece of red bucket from a 99-cent store, red bucket, and I just cut it and screwed it in with the original screws because the piece was missing, but the screws were there.
yeah, I got you.
So I just remade that shoulder piece out of a clear piece of plastic off of a red
Yeah,
bucket I got at the 99-cent store. So what I'm saying is, in my opinion, like if I were to go hunt down this Lydine or this Mazinga in the same condition with the swords, all the missiles in the box, it's not a $300 fine. That's like a $600-700 fine. So for half the price, I feel like I'm getting a brand new in the box replica of the old toy. That's and I think that it's kind of like the same, like that telescoping Darth Vader, not or the Darth Vader, right? Like if you just wanted the retro looking Darth Vader with the black cape and the lightsaber that comes out or whatever, you can go buy like a $40-50 Darth Vader on eBay, or you could buy that retro figure for, well, it used to be $9.99, but it's now probably like $27.99, right, from Hasbro. But I mean, is there really a difference, like what John was saying with those Transformers?
Yeah,
I like
because there's a couple of cases where I've already done it. Because I mean, like I said, I bought a couple other like cars and different things off Temu because I said I looked up. Okay, like I'm like right now I'm sort of hunting for Mirage, the Formula One car, and I'm seeing a lot of loose ones that I don't like the condition of for like 70, 80, even $100 on to get an original vintage one off of like eBay and stuff. And whenever I go to conventions and shows, I see them for like 70, 80, maybe 90. I can't talk them down to that $50, $60 range. It's just not happening. But I can go on Temu and buy a boxed one that's complete, you know what I mean, direct from Takara and get it for $50. So, you know what I mean? It's like, why?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? I'm seriously considering just, well, screw it. I'll just get all the cars from Temu and be happy with it. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. I mean, like, I just remember like I get what you're saying, and I'm just equating like this old versus new. Like if they're remaking something that you wanted, like my oldest
Why
brother.
did my comment get blocked?
What, yours?
I have a comment I put up. It says, yeah, you can get most of the G1 Transformers made by Takara off Temu and AliExpress.
I don't
And it
know.
says this comment was not posted to Vern Rance or Oakhurst. Like,
Maybe
why?
you commented too much. I have no idea. I didn't block you.
No,
I know,
I,
yeah.
Try to add another comment. See what
Yeah.
happens. My oldest brother used to have these Captain Action. You know what those are, right? Like they used to come with like the different outfits, and then you would dress them up. You could make all the superheroes. They would have like superhero outfits or whatever, but it was Captain Action and like Dr. Evil or whatever. They were the 12-inch action figures that had cloth outfits, and then you could buy other outfits and swap them out and make other characters. You guys are familiar with those? Okay, so I guess they were around in like the late 60s, early 70s, but I remember there was one time my brother got a vintage Captain Action, and I remember it was super expensive. Then he found somebody who made a repro box, so he got a repro box for it and stuff like that. But it was like, I think it was the 90s where they started redoing those Captain Action figures, and it's like nobody bought those at the time either. They just kind of came and then all went on clearance at like Toys R Us and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, so I think buying something like this new Lydeen or Raydeen, however you want to pronounce it, is a good option if you want that original figure in pristine condition. You know what I mean? Because for the same price, it's like the retro figures. And I get what Dean says earlier about the plastic is usually cheaper feeling than newer toys. I got to tell you, the Shogun Warrior that I have, the Mazinga, it's a newer Bandai figure. When I'm holding the two Shogun Warriors, I close my eyes. I can't really tell any difference in the way they feel for plastic, right? The shape of them obviously is different, but we'll see if I decide to get this Lydeen just so I could like compare the two. Because this is literally my favorite Shogun Warrior, just because of the bird face on the mask.
Yeah.
I almost feel like you don't need to go hunt vintage figures anymore.
Like the real thing would be like if they made a Shogun Godzilla, and I got the box and the Godzilla, and it was exactly like the original, and I could get it for like $300 or less, I think I would absolutely buy it. Because I've been wanting that Godzilla for so long, and it keeps slipping away from me. And right now, a loose one, on average is like $450, $500, and sometimes more. We saw them at Joe Fest for up to $700. And boxed ones are like $900, $1,000 or more. You know what I mean? So if I could get a boxed one for $300 and it was the same size, construction, and felt the same as the original, I'd absolutely buy it. Yeah,
I agree.
And then not be as worried about not finding an original vintage one.
I wouldn't even think about finding an original vintage one anymore. I would
It'd have to be that price or less for me to like be like happy about it, you know?
Yeah, I'd be like, I got a Godzilla, and look, it's got all the same features.
Yeah, that's actually one that is a grail piece of mine. I want that Godzilla. It's literally a holy grail piece of mine, and I would be fine with just buying it this way rather than spending $1,000 on a boxed one that's vintage, you know?
I'm looking at Indoor Dude's profile picture. And first I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. You got Paul McCartney on there.
I think it's Andor. I think it's Andor.
I'm pretty sure
It is
it's
Andor.
Cassie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, is that from a McCartney cover?
I mean, it could. It
And then I
doesn't-
realized, no, that's Andor. That's so funny. All right, never mind.
But the vintage, the filter. Looks,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I don't know, like, have you guys ever bought anything that was like a remake of something that you kind of remember you used to want, but you just got it like in a newer version just because it was cheaper than getting the vintage? Other than your Takara GoBots or Transformers.
I mean, we all have, haven't we?
Yeah, I
We
think
got GI Joe Classified. It's
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, when those dropped, before those dropped, I mean, those classic 3 3/4 were probably just as much. Some of them, sealed anyway.
Yeah, Steve's saying something about that he feels like a few years ago there was a strong argument against the reproductions in the collecting community. He thinks it's finally ending. I feel like there was a little bit of a push when those retro figures came out, that there were some vintage, and when I say vintage, I mean the vintage Kenner figures, not the vintage collection, if I'm clarifying that for Steve, who made that other comment earlier.
Yeah.
Because they were worried that people were going to like put the black cape on their Darth Vader, then put the lightsaber in the Darth Vader, and then try to pass it off as like an original Darth Vader with a really good lightsaber and a black cape.
I get you.
You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
because for my collection personally, I had made some capes for some of my figures, but when the retro ones came out, I took all the weapons and stuck them with my vintage figures, but just for my displays, right? It's not like those figures I'm ever trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
but
you.
I did give Bespin Luke my vintage Bespin, the saber and the pistol.
And it clearly didn't affect the prices. Like when they came out with Yak Face, I think some people were concerned that the price of a vintage Kenner original Yak Face would go down because a lot of people would be like satisfied with the Yak Face they got from the retro collection.
Right.
But the opposite has happened. The original has gone up in value, and now, in fact, the Hasbro retro collection Yak Face is on card up to like 150. You know what I mean? So even that went crazy.
Yeah,
because it's like, again, once again, it wasn't something that was readily available in stores on its own. You had to buy that 6-pack and pull out just the Yak Face if that's all you wanted.
right.
You know what I mean? And that 6-pack was limited as well. You know, it's not like it was in quantities of hundreds at every single Target. There was like 2, you know, like at most Targets, you know.
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned about price on that, John, because I wanted to talk about a comment that I got, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I'll read it. The person said, things sold primarily as collectibles will not be worth anything in the long run. And then they challenged me to name an example that proves them wrong. A collectible worth more than the original sold for 20 years after the original sell date plus inflation. Right? Like, so they stipulated some rules here.
Very specific, yeah.
Yeah. So it can't be like, I bought this thing for $5 and I sold it for $10 20 years later, because inflation would say that the $5 item should have been more than $10.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
we have to find something from 2005 or earlier that sold for more than the original retail price plus inflation.
that was sold as a collectible.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like, what qualifies as something that's sold as a collectible?
Yeah. And
Right?
and the thing that comes to my mind is 2001, when 9/11 happened, my mother bought a 9/11 commemorative coin for $39.99 or something like that. And nowadays, those commemorative coins are worth nothing because they're just silver plated. They're made of like nickel and tin, but they were sold as a collectible, and they left the impression that they would go up in value, which is why my mom bought it. You know what I mean?
But then I asked the question: was that sold primarily as a collectible because it was a 9/11 commemorative coin, or are we putting it in the coin category, which is
I think they say collectible right on their certificate.
Okay, so sold as a collectible. So
yeah.
I would almost argue, like I was saying a little bit before we started the show, baseball cards or sports cards are sold primarily as collectible items.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially because they went through all these phases of like, hey, let's make these lenticular ones. Hey, let's make these scratch off ones. Hey, let's make.
You could argue comic books are sold as collectibles, especially a variant cover of a comic, or like you said, a special lenticular cover, things like that. They are sold as collectibles. Yeah.
That's specifically geared to be a collectible and not just like your standard comic you would pick up. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So like a convention exclusive action figure in my mind is sold as a collectible.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
or
a
something
special
like
version of something you would normally get in the toy line as at retail.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like these Monster Force ones, let's say that they don't release a purple one in the main line, and the only way to get it would have been this convention. That's sold as a collectible then.
I would say that anything they sell at a convention at that's tied to a convention is sold as a collectible item. And so I would say that this person's comment is inherently wrong, because the idea of me buying something that's considered a toy isn't being sold primarily as a toy if it's a one-off designed specifically for a convention. So then therefore I could just point to any convention exclusive that's worth 10 times. All right. What do you guys think? Chat, what do you guys think? Retro figures always seemed hard to find, no wonder the prices have gone crazy for them. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like a lot of the toys that we saw in the turn of the century there were geared as adult collectible toys. I mean, they weren't the fact that they were targeting adults tells you that they weren't targeting not toys,
right?
We're collecting them, right? So I think, I mean, I would put that in the category of a collectible, and a lot of those have quadrupled or more their value. So I completely disagree. I mean, if he's talking about like, if I got a Franklin Mint knife or coin from you remember those?
Yeah.
From like 2000 or 1999. Yeah, those are probably worthless. I could probably get one for $5 on eBay, like John said. There's plenty of things that I think would contradict his question.
Can you move your microphone, or can you not move your microphone?
Me?
Yeah,
I can.
Because sometimes it drown it. Yeah, it gets quieter as you're talking sometimes.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a combination of me fidgeting because I can't sit still, and I'm actually right behind my air conditioning vent. So when that kicks it on, the cardioid mic is drowning. It's trying to block out that background music. I noticed it was doing that when I used to do the videos. I would play them back, and I would, what the heck is going on? And then it dawned on me. I remembered one day that it was doing that, and then the vent kicked it on. I think it's trying to drown out the background noise. So it's something that it's doing to try to make me sound different, or to back that out. It's drowning it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know
it's on right now.
Oh, that makes sense. So Steve's saying comic issues that get multiple runs, the third or fourth run is made in fewer quantities, therefore the older run of the issue therefore becomes more valuable than the original. Yeah, in a way, like so that Spider-Man 252 wasn't necessarily sold as a collectible, right? Amazing Spider-Man 252 when he has the black outfit, but they purposely redid Spider-Man #1 cover of him swinging with the lizard, whatever, with the people under his arm in the black outfit to represent the first issue. And I think they kind of in the back of their head knew people are going to collect this issue because it's the first issue with him in the new costume, right?
Yeah.
But not primarily as collectible in a way. It's made to be a comic, had a story in it, but same respect. People who collect comics will argue that I collected that issue.
Getting it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It
I don't
is a
know.
collectible.
Yeah.
But you're right, Dan. I think like, especially with companies like NECA and stuff like that, who specifically are gearing their items towards adult collectors, right? So they're collectibles. I think the retro Star Wars action figure line was not designed for kids. It was designed for people who grew up in the 70s and 80s that had vintage Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was just about to say. It was something along those lines. I think it depends on what you classify as, because I think you could make the argument that every single 6-inch action figure made, every Origins, like Mattel Origins figure that's been made, like a lot of the Pokemon figures, the Sonic stuff, they're all made to target the nostalgia of adults. So therefore, those are real, even though they're found in the toy aisle, they're really collectibles targeted at the adult audience. So if that's what he's trying to say in this, or he or she, this person in the comment, if they're trying to make the distinction of the stuff we bought in the 80s for kids are now worth money as collectibles because they were toys, whereas the stuff produced today is produced as a collectible targeted at adults, they probably won't have the value 20 years from now that, say, like the original toys from the 80s have.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to know until we get to 20 years from now.
No, 100%. But I honestly think that any card, those trading cards, baseball cards, the Marvel cards, basketball cards, those are sold primarily as collectible items. I mean, maybe not originally, but I think that they were for you to collect your team, your favorite players, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because I don't know. I think if you go to Target and you buy a record today, that's a collectible.
Oh,
because
yeah.
You know what? Yeah, because Target's
I
not really
agree.
selling record players, so.
But it's not. I mean, really, is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
no,
Because
it's
everybody's.
not.
I mean, it's just a taste of vintage. It's a
Yeah. Somebody's buying the original, the one of these old, one of these repressed records, so they could get that album cover and they could stick it in that frame that you get at Michael's for records. Oh, John's able to like post comments again. Yeah. So no one heard any of the conversation that we were having because they were all hung up on whether or not John was saying
pronounced Timu or Temu.
Yeah, is it Timu or Temu? Yeah, so the whole chat was occupied by Timu or Temu.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is a part of the show we like to call Bragging Camp. Does anybody have anything that they would like to show off this week as part of their Bragging Camp? Anybody?
I don't.
I have something that just showed up that's kind of cool.
Okay. Hold on, let me make you full screen. Oh, I just broke something.
Not me.
So remember a while back, I got my Allosaurus from Cyberzoic.
Right.
Wondered where the crap were my armor and figure. And today, the question was answered. Here's my figure.
Nice. Too bad it wasn't packaged together.
And here's my armor.
Wow. Oh, 3 separate packages.
Yeah, 3 separate packages for the thing I bought together. And
Well, it's
I
easier
remember
for them.
when I saw him at Joe Fest, I remember asking him, like, I got the Allosaurus, but I didn't get these things. Where are they? And he said, we decided to package everything separate because then people can buy just the figure or just the armor, because the armor transforms into a speeder bike. So it's a speeder bike that transforms into the armor for the Allosaurus.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So they wanted to be able to sell, and then some dinosaur collectors just want the Allosaurus. So he was like, after we really gave it some thought, they decided to package every little thing separate so that you could just buy what you wanted. And then like the package deal was, you get all three for a lower price than if you had bought them all separate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. Dan, do you have anything?
I don't. No, I'm taking it easy.
All right, so I'll just show off what I got. So I did get this 3D head, and I did paint it up. I'm just trying to figure out the shield right now. I felt like since they had that 1977 Spider-Man, I should make a 1970s Captain America.
Nice.
And any ideas on how to make a shield?
You want to make the pointy one, right? Not the round?
Yeah, it's got to be clear, round. I can put stripes on it. Then, of course, I was doing some painting, so I thought I'd paint up the... I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with the outfit. But the cool thing about this is whoever did this did a really good job, because these glasses actually are 2 pegs, so they come out so you can actually take the glasses off, which is kind of nice. And then the glasses themselves have the little slots in them.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty incredible for like 3D printing technology. It's getting really good. But I think it looks good with glasses. I just got to figure out, I'm going to figure out how to do like the outfit. And then I'm realizing now that I'm looking at it, I didn't paint the mustache. So I got to go back and add some mustache there.
He's even making a face, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I know he's like, I think I'm gonna just buy that felt cloth at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever to make the outfit, because it'll just go on over, and then like some tiger stripe stuff to go around for the waist piece, and that way I can have like the little dress out. Won't the Commander Rogers shield work? It's clear. I don't think I have that one. Is it clear?
The Commander Rogers one? I remember a clear one, but I couldn't tell you which figure it came with.
I mean, if there is a clear shield, then maybe like I can just use that. But you know what I was thinking about? I don't know how I would cut it, but they sell those clear plastic Christmas tree ornament balls. I thought about if I bought like the Christmas tree ornament ball and maybe cut it somehow with like a hot knife, I can get like the perfect circle out of it. And then I just paint stripes on it.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I don't know. John's busy posting links to his YouTube channel. Go ahead and...
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Timu. Oh my God.
Is it how to pronounce Timu?
How to pronounce
They said this ad was mythical and that no one ever saw it. So there's the link to the ad. And you can see they go, ooh, ooh, Tamu. Ooh, ooh, Tamu.
Maybe they were just saying it that way to...
So, so is Tommy really pronounced Tommy?
I don't know. Takara told me, right?
Because if you talk about Tommy guns, is that spelled the same as Tommy?
It is. Yeah, you're right. It is.
So is it a Tommy gun or a Tommy gun?
Wait, is it 1M or 2?
Is it 1M or 2? Yeah, I don't know what a Tommy.
Well, Tommy's 1M, but I thought that was spelled the same. But
I don't know.
$14. I'm gonna check it out.
MMY or MY? Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. I can't do it right now, but Somebody just texted me. Why is somebody texting me?
They're
Oh,
telling
somebody.
you to get me off the show because I'm taken over by 10.
Oh yeah, it is clear. I feel like I have this figure, but I don't have that clear shield.
Commander Roger. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. This is the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. What have you guys been watching this week on TV?
I watched Primitive War. I thought it was awesome.
Really good.
Who's
That was me.
Oh, you sent me a text too?
And the first one was Dean, and the second one was me. Yeah,
Oh, you do have clear filament?
I do. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I want one.
as long as you don't mind. I mean, I'm not very good. I would do it, but I'm not very good at painting. So I would.
Oh, I'll paint it.
I would trust your painting over mine.
All right. I don't know about mine. Tommy Gun has two ends. Okay. So this
There we
week,
go.
the new TV show It, Welcome to Derry, premiered on HBO.
Yep, that's right.
Anybody watch it?
Not yet. No.
Star Wars Visions Volume 3 hit Disney Plus. Anybody even watching Disney Plus nowadays?
I did not see it yet. I did look at the lineup and I thought, hey, isn't that the exact same cartoons they had in season 1?
Listen, about Disney Plus is kind of an interesting thing because I still watch a lot of shows on Hulu and I know they're going to merge, but every time I open Disney Plus, all the Hulu stuff is there. And I'm just like, I can't start watching stuff on Disney Plus that's my Hulu shows because I don't remember where I left off. I just wish that they will combine them so that I can
the
have
little
my
thing that shows you which ones you watched.
Get
Is
it
it
over
the
with.
same? Yeah.
Yeah, it's one login, right?
Yeah,
Like it's the same username and password for both. They were supposedly part of the same bundle, but they don't share the watch history.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you updated it, the app? Because that's what mine does.
It's on
Really?
my Apple TV, so I imagine that it updates automatically.
So I've got it on. I use it on my One X
Okay.
right now, and everything is like it's all together.
Okay, I gotta check then because it didn't look like it was like telling me, hey, pick up where you left off or anything. And then Robin Hood Men in Tights is gonna premiere on MGM Plus. It's not Men in Tights, but it's like another Robin Hood TV show.
I was like, they're really doing a show of Men in Tights? Really?
The problem with this picture that they had in the story is I'm not buying that these guys are in the past for some reason.
Yeah.
I see this picture and I'm like, these are 3 cosplayers that were like on their way to a convention. Said, hey,
Yeah, because their clothes are way too clean. Their clothes
somebody
are way
take a
too
picture
clean.
of us. And
We've been living in the forest in the dirt, and we have pristine outfits that have never seen the ground.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I am interested, though. I don't have MGM Plus, but I'm sure that Amazon will let me watch the first episode for free to try to convince me
Yeah,
to like buy it. But
And Witcher season 4 has started.
Wait, what?
And there was a similar problem in that in the last. So I got to the last 2 episodes last night, and the witch girl Yennefer comes out wearing pants and a black like vest. She looks like she went to like a nightclub in like 1990 or 2000. And I'm going, what the crap? Who in the costume department thought this was a good idea? No one back then wore pants like that. I mean, they're skin tight. They're skin tight pants.
Okay,
like a t-shirt.
So what you're saying is that the costume person for The Witcher is doing costumes for Robin Hood.
Probably, yeah.
Unbelievable outfits.
Yeah.
Slow Horses ended. So unfortunately, their 6 episodes are over. I think it was only 6 episodes, but 6, 7, 8. I don't know. But that one's over. That wrapped up pretty good. I kind of like the way it ended. The guy from Battlestar Galactica, it doesn't look like he's going to be coming back. What else? Have you guys, John? You've been keeping up with your DMV show?
Oh no, I'm sure there's a new episode I gotta watch.
It's like
but I haven't
4
seen-
episodes now.
No, yeah, I only saw 2, so I gotta watch the other 2 then.
John?
And Stranger Dan, what are you waiting for? Stranger Things?
Well, of course. In the
You know,
meantime,
I'm-
though, the Gen V and
Oh, I haven't seen any of that.
yeah, I'm trying to catch it. I'm only like 3 episodes in. I need to finish that up.
I am watching season 3 of Dark Winds on Netflix because I don't have whatever channel it comes on. It's set in like the 70s or whatever. It's on an Indian reservation.
Yeah, the native cops. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I think I'm still in the 2nd season on that. I watch one every once in a while.
Season 3 has like some sort of supernatural element coming to it. Like they were talking about La Llorona, but now it looks like it's some Indian, like an Indian version of like some sort of a woman who is terrorizing people, like a creature in the night. Jonathan saying Tulsa Kings continues to be awesome. He loves it. I heard they just fired a bunch of people for season 4.
Really?
And I started watching a little bit of NOS 4A2.
Okay, that's a Dracula.
Yeah, the Dracula thing. Yeah. And it's okay. It's got Spock in it. It's all right.
And then this weekend was the Back to the Future in theaters, right?
Yep. Back to the Future.
So
the Valentine's Day Ewok is coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's going to be in the reveals. We might as well just get started. This is the Hot or Not section.
Thanks for jumpstarting us, Steve-O.
Get your wallets out, people, because these are the toys that you didn't know you needed.
Did Steve-O buy 6 of the Valentine Ewoks?
I don't know. Did anybody buy one of them? That's my question. But anyway, this is for Dino. Just letting you know, SH Figure Arts is making you some wicked action figures. There is the Witch and the Witch.
Yep.
So which will you want?
Did Dino buy or both?
I don't know. Anyways, SH Figure Arts. I don't know. Was this movie, was it actually any good? Because I haven't seen it. I see it on Peacock. It keeps trying to like convince me that I want to see it.
I can't watch these things.
Might throwing it up, but I'm just not.
They're so bad. I can't watch the movies. No, they're so. I don't know. I just don't. They're not for me.
Yeah. Don't forget, everybody, if you want to, head on over and hit the thumbs up button on this video. It'll help us reach more people. That's actually, we just say that. We don't even know how the analytics work. But
yeah. Nobody.
So this is supposedly Mattel's reveal at what's coming up in the He-Man line. So this is the cartoon collection. So I think these are next year's releases. So at least you could just look forward to them whenever they're coming out. But
the only one I'll buy is Clawful. I'll get the
Clawful. Clawful?
Yeah, I like Clawful. He's my go-to character. And Whiplash. Clawful and Whiplash. Those are the 2 I buy.
All right. And then here's the second part of the cartoon collection. What about Multibot?
Wow, yeah.
Does he need a multi-pass?
No.
What about Mark Taylor, man?
So he's got like Multibot is like one guy running away with another guy trapped to his back and some extra legs thrown in for.
It looks like it's got like 5 legs, 6 legs.
6 legs, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other guy on his back is like, I don't have control here. I'm just stuck.
Unless they run the other way.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
He turns around and runs the other way, then the orange one takes control. Okay.
Now the sketchbook ones look kind of interesting to me because they're like kind of sketchbook He-Man figures, right? Like not originals, but what original maybe characters designs would have been.
Yeah, the He-Man looks good there. I like that. But that Manny Faces looks a little.
Does He-Man in that picture kind of send you Cole the Conqueror vibes, maybe?
Yeah. Cole or Conan or whatever, yeah.
I could be in for that. Okay, and then this is the new Eternia. I know that John's looking for Mosquitor. And somebody's going to tell me I didn't pronounce that one right. It's probably Mosquitor.
Yeah, it could be Mosquitor. We don't know.
Mosquitor.
Oh, here we go again.
All right. And then Here's the rest of those Eternia ones.
Wow, Adora. Look at that.
Yeah.
The Explorer.
Drag store. That guy's made like he's a drag
A Tron figure. Oh no, because he's got wheels on his hands.
Oh no, he's got wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have one wheel. It should have been one wheel up front because when you put his hands together, and then the center wheel of his body.
No, if you look at his chest, it looks like there's a wheel in his chest.
Yes, because he would put his hands over his head, and the wheel would be between his hands, the hand in his chest, and then there was one at his feet, so he could drive along.
Oh, I see. On 3 wheels.
Yep.
Oh,
Like a
that's
3-wheeled motorcycle. Yep.
Like a big wheel.
All right, so a bunch of He-Man.
I swear they showed the Clawful at the convention when they
They
showed.
probably did. I just saw these infographics and thought we
Oh.
could cover all the He-Man figures in 4 slides.
Gotcha. Yep.
Right. I mean, this is another one of these lines, I think, like He-Man, and not necessarily the new Eternia, but these ones right here. I feel like the cartoon collection is a reboot of their Masters Universe vintage, kind of trying to retro line, whatever. And they just try to reboot it by calling it cartoon collection and then basing them off of like the show or whatever to get some more interest, right? I don't know how much longer do you think He-Man will be in stores?
Well, it's 2000. See, like, that's the weird thing is 2000, 2001, 2002. Are those considered now vintage that they're 25, going on 25 years old? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's an interesting thing to talk about what's vintage now. And then to think like something that came out in 2000 is vintage just makes you realize how old you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are we going to have to start? Are we going to have to start naming? Because, like in comic books, they started getting like, it was Golden Age and then Silver Age, and then when we were growing up in the 70s and 80s, those were called modern comics. Now we've added those. Those now have its own age called the Bronze Age.
So here's what I say:
modern comics are what's coming out right now. Is considered modern.
So this is what I say: the vintage Kenner Star Wars figures we should call Gen X Star Wars. The ones, the Power
should
of the
they
Force,
be Golden Age?
No, Gen X Star Wars. The Power of the Force should be Millennium Star Wars figures, and then I don't know what we would call them modern ones.
Well, they're modern till they're not. You know what I mean?
All right, Hot Toys collectors. Death Standing 2. What is this?
Higgs? Why does it say Higgs?
That's the name of the character, I think.
Oh, is Boson coming next?
I don't know. I've only seen
so
this
you can
one.
have Higgs and Boson?
Probably. Is this a figure you're going to get, John?
No, I have no idea what this is.
Dan, do you know what this is?
I'm not big on walking simulator games.
Oh, okay. Sean is saying it's a video. It's based on a video game that no one's ever played. Oh no, that he never played.
I did, and I'm not joking. It's literally a walking sim.
Yeah.
Like I thought maybe it was gonna like something else was gonna develop. It's literally just you trying to figure out how to make him walk and move. There's no other actions to the game. You're just you're literally walking, and sometimes you're walking on different things. And
I figured
fast.
So is the game like you're in your green room and then you got to go play a concert?
See, this isn't. It's not Death Standing. It's Death Stranding. It's STRANDI.
Oh, look how many! I wonder how many people read that wrong because I did not read that right.
Yeah.
I just looked at the letters and just assumed it was standing.
I know it says stranding, like
Wow,
you were stranded.
You are a good reader.
Yeah.
He is. He even knows how to pronounce T-mute.
The easy reader would say, "This title is easy to read."
Well, Jonathan,
you could be a guest on Reading Rainbow if they ever read.
I know if they ever brought that back. Yeah,
I thought they were.
Unless it really is Death Standing, and
I don't know.
mistyped it in the ad.
Without funding for PBS, I don't think Reading Rainbow is coming back. All right, the Miles Morales Aliens versus Avengers suit.
Wow. Huh.
Was this a comic?
Well, they did a comic, Aliens versus Marvel, but I don't
And
remember.
Spider-Man have a the little
A
face hugger
black
thing
space
on his
hugger.
chest?
It's like a symbiote space hugger, huh?
So instead of shooting webs, does he shoot like acid? Rain?
Maybe, I don't know. Crazy.
Just a walking simulator. That's what Jonathan said. First Death Standing game was fun.
Yeah.
All right,
And
Alien.
the graphics were amazing. I'll give them that. And
Now see the little logo down at the bottom. It looks like the AVA or whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like is that. Oh, Aliens versus Avengers. Okay.
Yeah.
It does look like yeah.
That's just their standard, I guess, lettering. I guess
It looks like Wayland Utani, but
It does. It's got some vibes going on from AVP.
Yeah, flipped around though. Yeah.
All right. Joy Toy has these 1/18th scale action figures coming out. I don't know what they're if they're from something.
Well, SNK was that video game company.
Oh, okay. So it's from a video game then. That's why they got all these like crazy weapons.
They did a Street Fighter like game. You know what I mean?
That explains
when everyone was doing everyone was doing the fighting game thing.
All right. So that explains all the crazy effects.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what this guy has.
Fire effect is cool.
Is this guy in the picture on the right, the guy with this jacket that stands up by itself? Are those like flying toothpicks?
Isn't it a wall that's broke apart?
I don't know, John. Probably. I'm just messing around. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Dan left. Oh no, he just took himself off screen because he had somewhere to go. This guy looks pretty cool with his
fire effects
and stuff like that. That he needs 2 stands for the fire effects.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah.
You'd think that they would have just pegged it like right in the middle and then had one little stand down the middle. But I guess they did that so that you can actually peg the feet of the character also.
Maybe, yeah.
Jonathan saying Storm Collectibles are making King of the Fighter 6-inch figures too. I think they're going to start that after they finish their Gatchaman line in 50 years.
Gotcha, man.
No, I'm just messing around. And then this was the other character here. Comes with a big rose. So when she fires the rose at people, does it knock them out, or the aroma from the rose overtakes them, or they become euphoric or something? I don't know what the rose would be.
You get a little dog. The jacket, I like when the jacket goes in her hand, like that's what's thrown over her shoulder. That's kind of
right.
Neat.
Just flat. At this point, is
that like a totally useless belt? Like it's not holding her pants up or anything.
Oh my gosh!
Big oversized belt for no reason.
Towards Amazon, Commander Rogers. Thanks, Dino from Geek Strong, with his $2 super chat, trying to help me buy a clear shield for my 19.
Well, let's be truthful. I mean, since with your job situation, that's probably going to go towards a tub of ramen noodles, so you can.
I did do this other head. It's supposed to be the Leroy, but for some reason, I need to lighten it up a little bit. And then they need to find like a body to put it on. Came out a little bit darker than I wanted.
Yeah. Jonathan's right. Yeah. Those girls in the 90s that always wore those belts that were useless. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
This is from Valaverse. This is part of their pirate line or whatever. So this is...
Oh, it's not Zangief?
No, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the characters, but this is a from the factory paint sample of one of their pirate dudes, Blackbeard or whoever he is. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I like the vest with what I like most about it is not necessarily the vest with all the pistols. I like all the pistols. And it also looks like he's going to have like some sort of like a pirate pistol or something like that. And he's got his knife.
Yeah,
but
it looks like a flintlock on the.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyways,
I know.
look, Dean's trying to help me afford Commander Rogers on Amazon.
Is that a Valaverse firm?
That's from Valaverse. That's their new line. They're basically saying that when this black, that's what they call it, black. I wanted to say Black Cells, but I think it's the black or something like it's their pirate line. When that gets ready to launch, I think they're gonna like go heavy on it, like, and that's pretty much what you're gonna see from them. I think that's a good idea. I mean, like that seems like a totally original line for them. It's not something that they bought like Action Force and built off of, right? So I think it looks pretty cool, and I think it's going to fit right in. There's probably quite a few of those figures from that I'm probably going to pick up.
As long as there's no little swoosh icon at the bottom of it.
No, that's just if he does skeletons.
Oh, right.
Are skeletons the only figure that that guy ever did?
No, he did a whole bunch of. I actually have
because
his ninja.
Okay.
Samurai.
Because I went to his website and he has a skeleton with a pumpkin on its head for a head, and I'm I'm like, oh, I wonder how hard that was to do.
No, they were good. I mean, they were great. Actually, they were really
good
figures. Those ninjas have like
that's cool,
great smooth articulation, and they came with like I don't know 5 sets of extra hands, a bunch of weapons.
Listen, this is why I'm not like a toy designer. Right, I see this sculpt, the paint apps, and I looked at it and I was like, man, that looks great. You know what I mean? And then I read the comments and they're like, this is the paint sample, still needs some work. And then he like points to the forehead wash or something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, okay, I guess I could see what he's talking about. But like, you know, that's why I'm not a toy designer.
Yeah, I would have been done. This is
and the other part of it too is if you say like, I think that's sort of saving them from a lot of negative comments because someone's going to pick this apart. So if they say ahead of time, you know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good or something, then you have people who might lean a little bit towards not commenting on something.
I get it.
You know,
I get,
so you get more positive.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to these figures. These McFarlanes are up for pre-order now. So the one on the, well, depending on how you're looking at your screen, if you're looking at the screen, the one on the left is a 1/10 scale Deadpool cover figure or whatever. Yeah. And I feel like it's a statue, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. So sold as a collectible, made to be in a box.
I guess so, yeah.
Falls into the category of not going to be worth more than you paid for it in 20 years.
20 years, right?
The one on the left here is Crazy Batman.
The Batman Who Laughs, right?
Yeah, something like that. So that's like
it's not Batman Who Laughs.
It's like it's probably the Joker's Batman.
Joker Batman, yeah.
Looks kind of cool, but I mean, like, I don't know. Not for me. Not for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
And now we're back to the Monster Force, the Red Reaper. This is part of that line with the Blood Prince Dracula. There's a whole bunch of skeletons, so it's like they got a bunch of skeletons. We won't talk about this again, but like, yeah, when I saw the skeleton and Fush is now part of this line, and then I know about these other issues, right? I wonder if it's is Big Bad Toy Store like helping bail people out of situations in a way? You know what I mean? Like, is this a like, hey, we're gonna help you out? Maybe there's some other issues we don't know about.
Yeah, like maybe they just really like certain figures and certain things, so they're just like willing to.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want you to we don't want your line to fail because you've had good stuff. So let's add these to our line, which is doing well, and see if it kind of gives you some more capital to be able to go back to doing the creative stuff again. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's obvious that they have worked together in the past, and when you're working with a maker of stuff, you don't want probably that company just to go by the wayside, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I wonder if it's not a collaboration to kind of offset some of the tariff things. 'Cause
It could be.
for a while there, they were kind of up and down. Like and their website still shows like the price doesn't include tariff surcharge. So maybe they're, to your point, like maybe they're trying to help, or maybe they're maybe it's a mutually beneficial relationship with these companies.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to imagine there's like a relationship, right? Like that between the people, and if you're in a position and you had these like skeletons or whatever that were successful, and you can find a way to turn those into something else, and then maybe Big Bad Workshop bought the molds from him and just said, hey, we'll just credit your store, or maybe they made some sort of a deal to use the molds, by giving them a little bit of a kickback or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I always worry about, like with like Mythic Legions and stuff like that, because knowing my pre-order is like 2 years old coming up in this month, right?
That's another thing that I was saying earlier. It's like you start wondering, like, are you ever going to get that figure you paid $50 for when it's like 2 years and you haven't seen anything or heard anything from them? Like.
Yeah, you keep announcing new stuff. You keep having like ready to ship products. So it's obvious you've had stuff that you've produced that you were able to ship out that weren't announced prior to like my 2-year-old pre-order, but you haven't finished my 2-year-old pre-order.
Yeah.
So have you spent that money on other stuff? And now you're trying to like sell new stuff to pay for the stuff that, you know what I mean, that you promised me 2 years ago anyways.
Yeah.
So Luca, which was that in Italy, Comic-Con in Italy or whatever, LUCCA or wherever that was in Europe. They had the Comic-Con, so Hasbro was there, and just so you know, they announced this brand new Iron Man Mark III, which you've never seen before.
Never?
I'm just messing around. This reveal is for Dan. This is going to go right next to that Captain America and Spider-Man that have just increased in price and moved from location to location at your local Target.
And Cap, and you know what? Since I mentioned that, they moved him again.
Yeah.
However, does this one have some other? I don't think I can get my Iron Man to do that pose.
You can. You just have to try really hard.
Is it like, okay? All right.
Let's see.
That one, was it the anniversary, or not the anniversary?
Oh, my problem is
Marvel Studios version.
So my problem is my Mark III here has this head on it.
Oh, it's a wolf now.
It's the, like, if you had bought the original Witcher figure, it was the little head that he carried around.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Speaking of Witcher, Vern.
Yeah.
I gotta mention this for anybody that was. I know we mentioned the show. Just out of curiosity, because I'd forgotten that they recast him.
Yeah.
If you want to get a good laugh, look at the rating on IMDb for those first episodes. They're just destroying them. Like there's nobody's saying anything good about this season. Put it this way, it's a 10-point rating on IMDb. They're 3.6.
Right.
Anywhere from
that's not fair, I think, because the writing and the acting from everybody was top notch. It was exactly on quality with the other 3 seasons, and I knew this was going to happen. I'm like, they're just gonna bash it because it's not Henry Cavill
because it's not Henry.
and
But
not give
seriously,
it a chance. But Liam Hemsworth, it takes you an episode. Oh, I see, it works. Yeah, it does kind of take you an episode to get used to Liam Hemsworth, but I quickly forgot. I'll tell you, by the second or third episode, I forgot that it was even a different actor.
So
He does it
he's
so well that and I'm so looking forward to the 5th season because they leave it on a cliffhanger again. And I was like, great, you know what's going to happen is everyone's going to bash the show because Henry Cavill's not in it. And then they're going to say, well, now we're not going to make a 5th season and we're never going to get an end of the freaking show. I was like,
yeah. I mean, it's still overall, it's still at a 7.9. But yeah, look at that season. Look at this season's individual episode ratings. They're just they're bad.
yeah. I could see the first episode being low because it took me that first episode to get used to Liam Hemsworth, but it's still not a bad show. I mean, like the show is still as good as it ever has been.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to backtrack, Vern.
No,
okay.
it's good. Yeah.
Hey, with this figure, I see what Jonathan's saying about the Tony head. I feel like with this Mark III, they could have that faceplate be removable.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like that would be like a really cool thing for them to do with these Iron Man figures in the future, is just have that faceplate be removable and have kind of a little bit of a face underneath, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be like a really cool option. The other thing I think about this figure is I realize now how small that LUCCA convention is, if this is what their big reveal was. This, along with Nimrod in a single box, because previously he was in that 3-pack, right?
Yeah. With
So-
a silver face instead of pink.
Yeah, so you get Nimrod.
They changed
And-
the plate.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
The other one had a silver face, if I remember right.
I don't know. Dan's going to go grab it. He's got
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay.
So
Was he more red than pink in the original one? We'll see.
I don't know, but it came with another version of Psylocke too, and somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Dan's got it right there. Yeah, so silver face and like a little bit more red.
Yeah, he's a little bit redder than pink, isn't he? Yeah.
He's got a lot of thick.
hold
Yeah,
on.
he's like a gem in the holograms.
I'm trying to figure out how to make Dan and this thing. Oh, so you can. There you go. So the striping looks a little bit different.
Oh, for
It
sure.
is.
That's what I'm saying. He's got way more pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new one is way thicker.
Like right around the
Right.
where the legs attach to the pelvic thing. It's got a big stripe on the outside. It's got some different stripes on the body.
He did
The
have.
chest has got like the stripe around the little chest piece. I don't have back.
The hands are pink.
I want to
Yeah.
say he has. I'm pretty sure he came with another set of hands. I know he's got a different head.
Which do you actually prefer, Dan? Do you like the one you got?
Yeah, I like this one. I mean, I'm not huge on Nimrod, so I can't tell you if this is more indicative of the actual character, but I don't remember him having that much pink.
I just don't see anybody who has the other one feeling like they got to rush out and buy this one.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. If you already have the other one, I wouldn't bother. Yeah.
And then I got to wonder, is because this guy's bigger, is it going to be a deluxe price?
Yeah.
Like, is this $50? Is it already up for sale?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm disappointed a little bit in this one because I feel like I get the idea of this line is designed to always have like a main character in stores, I think, right? Like with the Captain America and Spider-Man, now you're going to have Iron Man in there, and eventually you'll probably have some other main Avengers character that'll just hang around and move from place to place in the store. But I feel like them releasing this and charging the full $27.99 or whatever it's going to be is kind of like that Boba Fett.
Yeah.
They should have at least given this guy a toe pivot. But of course, Marvel saves the toe pivots for their Maximum series, according to what they said. So, and here we go.
You know what? Some of these
They did announce the Valentine's Day Ewok, and I think he went up for sale on.
Yep,
Halloween?
$27.99. Yeah.
They put them up for sale yesterday, right?
What a deal!
So Halloween. How many people rushed right out to buy the
Nobody.
Valentine's Day?
I mean, hey,
I don't think a single person bought us.
are you kidding? Love is in the air with the murder bear. I'm all in.
Love is in the air with the murder bear. I like that. That's a good.
You
That's
get a card.
great.
There's
Yeah.
a card. There's a greeting card you can fill out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jonathan saying the Captain America in this line is another awesome figure, but these prices £3 more regular than Marvel Legends over here. Yeah, it's just crazy to me that they're so expensive, and they've never been on sale, and they don't go on clearance, and so 100% it's part of a line that's just meant to sit in stores, kind of like what. But I guess I think at one point we asked for that, right?
Did we?
You know what they could have done, which instead of this, that would have sold,
What?
is if they made like what's her name, Nala or whatever. What was that? The girl Ewok. That was, she had a gray body with like a pink sash and
I can tell you that I only know one Ewok's name.
Wicket.
Yeah.
Wicket, Tebow, Paplu.
Yeah. Was her name Nala? What was that female the girl Ewok?
Smurfette.
Smurfette, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wait. Sorry.
Yeah, good luck. Well, you'll probably get them by December.
Oh, I guess it's Nisa. I don't even know that. I don't even have it right. It's Princess Nisa. Knessa. Yeah.
If you find a girl
Like if they had made
named
Nisa, then yeah, Dino's got it. Nisa. Well, it's KN.
Kanesha. Oh my god, now here we go again. Is it Kanisha or Kanesha? Or
I don't
know.
Kanesha? Or Kinesha?
At first, I thought this was the ghost of the Ewok that got blown up by the Scout Walker.
Yeah, Nala's too white. There you go.
But really, they could just repaint this regularly and change those wings over to kind of like bigger wings, and then sell it as like the Ewok of Endor. The guy who like the glider dude.
Yeah.
There's one Ewok that flies in on a glider. They could totally make that glider and sell that as a vehicle, like what they used to do with their speeder bikes, and charge like $75. Ewok, glider, and Ewok.
It won't let me put KNEESAA in the chat. It thinks it's a bad word.
Oh, you know what probably happened, John, is I do have the Nightbot activated on the chat.
Oh.
So it probably looks for stuff and
Yeah.
And
I had to put spaces in it. There you go. Like if they had made her and said, "Here's our Valentine's figure. It's the girl Ewok," then fans would have bought it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because we bought the vintage collection one of that figure.
That's true.
And I love how they pulled a little droid in so they could be like, well, she is a shorter figure, but we got a package with the droid, so that's why it's $27.99.
Worth it.
Is this the droid that you were like, oh, I got to get this droid, and you had somebody 3D print it? Was it this droid?
No, that was Cad Bane's droid. Remember?
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was all I had for the reel. So I know that what's happened now is everybody is broke because they had to order every single thing that they saw.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered anything.
Yeah. They should have a St. Patrick's Day Yoda. Why not? Right?
Yeah, why not? Oh, there you
That's
go.
a good idea.
Good idea, actually. Yeah.
But you know what? That being such a good idea means that Hasbro will probably just paint that Ewok green.
Yep.
and then sell it as a Ewok as the St. Patrick's Day figure. And then they'll sell the same droid. He just won't have a heart. He'll have like a
little 4-leaf clover on him. Yeah.
And the card will be like a clover.
That'd be funny.
And then they'll give the Ewok a green beer stein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or 3 cups.
Alrighty.
3 beer mugs.
Well, there it is. There's another Saturday. You know what? If you haven't, check out Steve-O did a video where he took a couple of gourds and turned them into some sort of a Star Wars holiday carving, pumpkin carving. It wasn't really even a pumpkin because one of them was like a gourd. I got one day he's gonna have to tell me like if he's walking around and just sees stuff in the stores and then they just magically appear to him as some sort of something from Star Wars. Because I would never think to put those two things together, but I guess that worked.
He is brilliant with that stuff.
Hasbro redo the bear in all different holiday colors so they can have the articulated Care Bears.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Quill.
Oh, that's true, right?
Yeah.
That would be fucking hilarious. Oh, you know, you could probably just use the credit collection one. Oh no, because he wasn't green. It was the car.
Yeah.
That was green. Yeah, I think if they do a March St. Patrick's Day figure, it should be Greedo, since he's already green.
Oh yeah. This is my pot of gold. I have spoken.
Yeah. All right, everybody. There we go. That's the Toy Duo team. We covered all the reveals. Hopefully your wallets are not broken. Thanks for tuning in with us once again on a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully next week the times won't all be messed up since we'll have changed our times as well. So we'll be back probably next week on the Toy Duo team. Look at John's hair sticking up right here.
I know. I'm like, oh, I gotta cut it. It's getting too long. I gotta cut it.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.
And your shelves are overflowing. When you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out. Just sit right back. Just relax and watch you listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you